Ora Lee Wooster III, funeral director. Yeah, my mom was Doris Wooster. She was a retired school teacher. She was co-owner of the funeral home with my father, civically involved like my dad, and diehard Phillies fan and Eagles fan. Just a unique lady. Being a school teacher, she had that same caring ministry of caring for children, and she taught for 18 years at the Clementon Board of Education. I hear now from families that are coming in to make funeral arrangements for their parents that they tell me that my mom was the best school teacher that they ever had. She was a strong Christian woman and had a strong faith, which kept her going in her later years, and a great lady, great lady. She had a lot of ailments to her, which just was a sign of old age. She was 96. She started to fall. She had issues, couldn't get her to the doctors as much. So my brother and my sister-in-law started to try to find a home healthcare physician system to come out to take the place of her attending physician. And they had a lot of difficulty in getting people on board with the Medicare situation and her medicine. So probably about 2 months, they were really having a hard time of this. So we got this, and it's the Samaritan in the community. One of the important things that I just happened to be looking at was the Samaritan Circle of Care. And I noticed all of the circle of care, the support systems, but more or less the home visit physicians moving into the palliative care, moving into the hospice care. And so I knew that eventually we were going to get to this point, and I called Chris. I was sort of in a position of calling Chris and saying, Chris, here's my problem, here's what I need. Chris, within 5 minutes, got a hold of Teresa through the referral center, and Teresa was on the phone with me to get coordinated with the home visit physician team and set everything up for us that we were now in place for home visit physicians to care for my mother. Well, it's amazing because my mom actually was 96 at the time this all happened. And I was working downstairs because my mom lived independently above the funeral home all her life. So my sister-in-law and I says, Mom's screaming in pain. I said to Sheila, my sister-in-law, I said, Sheila, call 911. I said, we can't fix this. And we were there for hours in the ER room. I made a call here to Chris and Teresa. So we had an appointment with the palliative care nurse and the hospice representative from Samaritan that met us on Monday morning at Virtual Hospital. And when we did, she says, your mom's got a kidney stone? She says, that changes everything. She is now able to be transferred into the Samaritan Center. And there, the story is just a beautiful ending, that the care. And so we actually witnessed for a week the care that Samaritan provides. Not only one shift of nurses, but several. So it didn't matter whether they were morning, afternoon, or evening. It didn't matter what team was moving her, cleaning her, caring for her, checking on her. It didn't matter, or the evening shift as well. The care of every nurse, the care of the people that actually changed her bedding and cleaned her was unbelievable, unbelievable. And until you walk a mile in those shoes, You just can't appreciate that. And be thankful for that. So professionally you see it and you're professional, but now personally you see it and unbelievable, just totally unbelievable. So, but I mean, even the team that came in and they had a group of singers that came in and just the soft music was just comforting. The chaplain, in fact, there was two, I think, that came in, just the words of hope and comfort, and being Christian background and spiritual, it was just that much more comforting. Just the overall care that's at that center is unbelievable, unbelievable. It's amazing that I've heard this. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it was just a matter of holding her hand and talking to her. They say stories go and studies show that they can hear you. They can't communicate. And it was ironic here, and I got to share this story because my mom made her pre-arrangements years ago, knowing that it was coming, and she wanted certain hymns made. And so come Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, she wasn't chatting with us, and what else could we do? But so it was my wife, Bonnie, and Caitlin and me were there Sunday night, and we're just talking, we're rubbing her head and holding her hand and praying, reading their scriptures and stuff. And so Caitlin sits down with her and she says, Mama, we got all this planned. We got all the scriptures done. We got everything ready to go. We have everything lined up as you wanted it. Is that okay with you, Mom? Is everything good? And a tear came down her eye. So, I mean, do they hear you? They can't talk to you, but I've heard many times, and I'm convinced that, so the scriptures, the songs, the prayers all help, We left, and it was 8:30, and I'll share this because, again, it's just a matter of this spiritual connection. So I'm riding home in one car with my wife, Bonnie, and Caitlin's in hers. And we turn on the radio, leaving the center, and what song comes on but Knock, Knock, Knocking on Heaven's Door. And by the time we get halfway home, that song ended. The next song that came on was Stairway to Heaven. And I'm sitting there going, hey, Bon, I said, I don't know what's happening here. So we get home, we call my daughter, Caitlin. I said, Caitlin, you wouldn't believe the songs that were on the radio. She says, Dad, you won't believe it, on my station, Spirit in the Sky by Norman Greenbaum was on, A Friend in Jesus. And we got home and went, wow, I couldn't believe that. 1 hour later, Samaritan called us back and said Mom had died. And all the nurses that we were there when we left were still there when we got there. And so just that personal touch that you had with all of them was just, and that's just it. It's a personal touch that they give you that I'm not sure you get anywhere else.